Good morning, everyone. It's Rose Coleman coming to you live from my craft room here in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. It's Friday, my favorite day of the week. How are you doing? Just gonna get comfy here. Got my coffee. Oh, it's Friday. We made it through the week. I want to say a special thank you to everybody who joined, my friend Christine, and I was there too. We are collaborating on doing a couple of classes every month, and last night was the Fancy Flora class, the two-tone Flora stamp set. Oh my gosh, it is stunning. I have focused on it this week, and oh my god, if you guys buy one of the bundles in the Fancy Flora suite, I mean, you need the entire suite, right? So if you get one of the bundles through me using the host code here at the bottom of our screen, I'm going to send you half a package of the gorgeous Fancy Flora Designer Series paper, and I'm going to feature that today. Hi everyone. Good morning, Kim. Good morning, Karen. Thank you all for being here. Hi, Shirley Taylor. It is a bright sunny day here in Calgary, and it's Friday. I mean, what else is there, right? That's that's enough to be happy right there. And I'm in my craft room, and I got hot coffee. I mean, how much better can life be, right? Anyway, last night we had a great time. I had a great time watching Christine. Was anyone else watching? You can check out the video replay over on her YouTube page. And if you are from Canada and you want to get those kits, I am prepping kits today. They are available through me in Canada and available through Christine in the US. So you can grab those 4 card kits. I'll show them again at the end of the video today. They are gorgeous, absolutely stunning. Hi, Alexina. Hi, Janet. How are you doing? Hi, Linda. Good morning. Good morning. Hi, Rebecca. Good morning. Good morning. So today I have Funfold, and I actually couldn't sleep. I mean, this is terrible, right? I get so excited about things that, you know, it's like a kid at Christmas, I guess. I don't know. I really look forward to Funfold Friday. It's always a fun day, coming up with new ideas. This one, I actually was inspired by the lovely Erica Serwin. If you guys don't know Erica Serwin, she's from the US, from Texas, and her blog is Pink Buckaroo. Corinne says she missed it. Yeah, it's okay. You didn't miss a single thing because you can go back and watch the replay as many times as you want. It's on Cards by Christine YouTube channel, and that is there. If you buy the card kit, you can then get your kit at home, and you can log on and pause, fast forward, rewind, watch as many times as you want. That is the best part of being able to replay the video, right? So you didn't miss a single thing. Do not worry at all. Hi, Barbara. Thank you for joining me. Did you watch, Janet? Yes. Wasn't it fantastic? I love it. If you're in Canada and you want those card kits and the PDF tutorial is amazing. It has all the details, all the measurements, so you'll be able to make many, many cards in the future using those instructions. I'm just trying to see your comments. Hi, Sylvia. Good morning. Hi, Donna. Hi, Christine McKay. Hello, Carol Gates. Thank you for joining me. Hello, Lois. Yes, you watched it too? Yep. Good morning to you, Lois from Nevada. It was a great class. She did a great job showing those cards. And let's see. Sue is joining us here from Marion, Indiana. You guys challenge me with the states. Okay, because I don't know them all. I think I'm getting better at it. Hi, Sunita. How are you, my friend? I hope you're doing well. Thank you for joining me. Hi, Joan. And Maureen says she's going to look later. Yep, go definitely check it out. Check it out. Check it out. Hello, Jill from East Ohio. Is that what? The comments go by so quickly. Sometimes I miss them. I'll come back and watch. I'll come back and read the rest of them later. Hi, Veda. Thank you all for being here. All right, let's get started. Oh my goodness, I have a fun card today. Let's put my coffee down and off to the side. I have a completed card that I'm going to show you at the beginning of the video, and then I'm going to make a different card during the video. So I'm so inspired. We're going to use slightly different, well, we're going to use different DSP, so that's why the cards will be slightly different, but very similar. Okay, here we go. Good morning, Charlene from Ontario. Thank you for being here. All right, let's see. If I miss any comments, maybe you guys can help if someone has a question. If you know the answer, pop in. I had a couple of strange comments the other day and I caught them and I could go, it was from, you know, those people that like to interrupt videos and say weird things. So if you guys see any of that, please let me know. I did catch it and I could ban them right away from the conversation here, but I don't understand what people's motives are sometimes. But anyway, we're just going to continue on and focus on the positive because it's Friday. Here we go. I'm going to flip you and point you down at my work surface. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Hello, Noreen. Thank you for being here. All right, let's straighten up my work surface here, my camera. Okay, so we have two-tone flora here. We've got some dies off to the side. And two-tone flora is in the suite that I'm featuring this week. Let's bring that in. This entire suite, you guys, you can get every single thing that you see here. Fancy Flora for $193.25. Now, if you join my team, you get to choose $225 worth of product. If I were you, I would put that entire suite in your starter kit. You still get to spend, you know, what's that? 25 plus 7, another $32, right? So you can get yourself some adhesive, some grid paper, and you're going to get one of those mini bosses, either the blue boho blue one or the white one, right? That is the starter kit. So don't forget, today at 4 o'clock Mountain Standard Time, I am doing a live Zoom call for anyone in Canada that wants to join me and learn more about this amazing starter kit deal. And I'm just going to, there's some girls from my team going to join. We're going to chat about what it's like to be on our team and the benefits of being in the Stampin' Up! Family. There's no obligation to join. The Zoom call is completely free and it'll be less than an hour. We're just going to chat about things, answer your questions. So bring your questions. And I have a gift I'm going to send you in the mail, some hand stamped cards just for you to use in your own gift giving, just for coming by today. You don't even have to do anything. Just come by and listen. That is my gift for your time. Okay, so I will post the link. I did post the link, actually. It's in the events section, in the featured section here on my Stamping with Rose page. Lynn, you broke your wrist. Oh, my heavens. Oh, dear. Yes, that would be tough. Have a broken wrist. Take care, my friend. I hope you heal quickly. That would be really, really hard. Joy says, good morning, good morning, good morning. A broken wrist, broken arm. Yeah, those are all tough things. Oh my gosh. Sending all the healing vibes out there. Fast, fast healing so you can get back to crafting and all your favorite things you love to do. Okay, so we're going to play with the two-tone flora again today. And the feature today is going to be the gorgeous, absolutely stunning Fancy Flora paper, 6x6 paper. And let's move all this off to the side here. This is the paper, 6x6, and you get 4 sheets of each design. It is stunning. Look at this. I'll just flip quickly so you can get a glance at all of these gorgeous patterns. When will your class be live? Okay, so my class with Christine is the technique class, and it will be on the 21st of this month. I will be going live at 12:30 Mountain Standard Time. That will live on my YouTube channel on just Rose Coleman. Stamping with Rose is my YouTube channel. You can find me over there, and I'll be reminding you about that. That is my technique club. You can join the technique club in Canada with me, or you can also join in the US with Christine. So it's a super fun thing. We learned lots of techniques together, and it's fun to share all of this fun stuff with you. Okay, let's get started. We're going to play with that paper, and we're going. This is called. I promised I would show you the card. Do you want to see? This is what we're making today, you guys. Look at the shine. Look at that fine shimmer paper. You get a full package of this in the suite, and let me share with you what you get. You get gold. You get the soft succulent and the fresh freesia. Isn't it stunning? You get 2 sheets of each, and I have played with it so much. That's the background here. And then we've got our little feature on the front, but let me untie my bow and show you what this fun fold is going to look like. Thank you, Joy. When you open it, it opens like this. So we have a card. It's called a freestanding vertical. Oh, and look what I did. Okay. I put tear and tape on the back to hold my ribbon in place, but it actually has served a purpose to cinch it. Okay, so it opens like this, okay? And then it folds together like that, and then you can tie it. Isn't that fun? So we're going to make that today. Vertical freestanding fold. All of the details will be on my blog. You'll be able to get the measurements, and you can make many, many of these. Thank you, Kim. I'm happy you like that one. I was inspired by Erica Serwin at our recent Creating Success mini convention. She taught this card, and I was just like, blown away. And I have done it in other different styles too. So let's get started. Ooh, I'm excited. Okay, so I have here a piece of Pool Party cardstock, and it measures 8 inches by 5.5, okay? And I have scored it at 1.5 inches, 2 3/4, 5 1/4, and 6.5. You don't need to write this down. It will be all over on my blog. You can print the PDF sheet, which will have the measurements as well as the products that I used. But for the directions, my video is the directions, okay? So you can refer to my video, and that'll be over on YouTube. It'll be on my blog post. I will be copying all of that over there. So we're just going to reinforce that. So it scores together like that, kind of like a little hat. Okay, so that's the structure of the fun fold. Now we have another piece of the same color, Pool Party, and this one measures 4 1/4 by 5.5. And then I chose this pattern paper. So you're essentially going to need 2 sheets of this 6 by 6 paper to make this card, because there's a lot of different panels in this card. So let me pull in my DSP. I have, let's see, we have 4 pieces that are 1 inch wide, 1 inch by 5 1/4. Okay, so we're going to put one of those on each side of this, each edge of this. So let's grab my glue, and we'll put that down. We'll glue these down. So they're just going to sit on the side panels here. Just a little pop of color. There's so many colors in this designer series paper. You could change this up, and like depending on the DSP that you choose for your card, you can look at it and then see which colors you want to pull out. Like this one, I see Starry Sky here. I see Mossy Meadow. There's all kinds of colors. Flirty Flamingo is what I chose on my sample that I showed you just a couple minutes ago there. And let's put that on there like that. Okay, so there's my background. Now this piece here, I'm going to close it up, and I'm going to put glue on the back panel. So let me close that up, and we're just going to put glue all the way around without getting on my thumb. And then we're going to take it and keep it closed. We're going to lower down and put this right in the center, and we're going to even it up with the top and the bottom. Now your grid paper is a good idea to use your grid paper to make sure you've got it square. Okay, about equal amounts of that DSP is going to be popping out the back. All right, so there's how it's going to look like that. Then I have a piece of Calypso Coral. Now this measures, this is my front piece. It measures 3.5 by 5.5. You don't need to remember that measurement. I'm just going to put glue on this left panel, just the left panel. And then I'm going to close this up, and I'm going to put this on here. And again, we're just evening things up here. Did I cut it right? Oh, I got the wrong one. Sorry guys, that's the wrong panel. I need my Pool Party. Pool Party, here, this is the one. This is the right one. Okay, ooh, I'm like, that is not the right cut. Okay, let's come in here and we'll put this on like this. Okay, we'll need that Calypso Coral for another layer. So that is the front of the card like this. Okay, so we're opening it up like this. Now I can put that Calypso Coral piece on, and I need glue on the entire back of it. So we're going to just glue that down. I can put glue all over it. That's going to be a layer on here. So I'm going to layer this. It's 3 1/4 by 5 inches. So that's my front panel, from 3 1/4 by 5 1/4. Oh, don't worry about measurements. Let's not talk about those. You'll get those from the PDF. Okay, so that's that. Now I also have some more DSP. This piece, oh, look how beautiful that is. This piece measures 3 by 5. That's my front panel. Gonna put that right on here. I mean, this is beautiful just like this, right? You don't even need much. Could slap a greeting on this and you would have a beautiful, beautiful card. But I'm gonna do much more than that today. I'll show you some other little tips. Okay, so we've got that. Let's open this up to the flat inside. Now look at all the panels you have in here. You can dress this up so many ways. So remember we had 4 1-inch strips. So let's grab our other 2 and we're gonna put those on the inside. And while the glue is flowing, just like my friend Christine said last night, while the glue is flowing, you have to just glue everything, right? Get your glue on all of it. It just makes your life so much easier to just, when the glue is flowing, instead of, you know, recapping it, just get all your glued parts ready. Now, these pieces here, let's put our 1-inch pieces down first. They are going to go on these little inside panels right here. And it really doesn't matter. You can switch it up. You can flip it, have whatever you want at the top or bottom. This one's kind of, there's pattern all the way through it, so I'll just leave it. I'm happy with that. And this one has a little bit more floral. That's the beauty of this Flora, Fancy Flora paper. It's just like, you can totally use all the parts of it, right? It's just all gonna match. Okay, so now these 2 pieces are different. Over here, this is a 1.5-inch piece that I need over here. Whereas over here, I've got a 1.25-inch piece. That's probably the only thing you have to remember about this card is that these 2 panels are slightly different in size. Okay, and then I've got 1.25-inch DSP over here. So there we've got all our panels on the inside. For the middle, we're gonna put white, but I wanna stamp it first. So this is how it goes together like this. Look at that. Oh my gosh, it's stunning. Okay, so we're gonna put this off to the side. We're gonna do a little bit of stamping now. So I've got my Stamparatus ready to go. And what I'm using for the stamp for my greetings is from Something Fancy. Love, love, love Something Fancy. This has so many beautiful, beautiful greetings that you're going to need in your life, right? Like happy birthday, congratulations, thank you. Like there's even sympathy in this set, right? But it doesn't stop there. This is a great set just as a stamp set, but boy, oh boy, the bundle. When you get the bundle, you're going to get all of these dies here. So let me bring them all into the screen and show you. We've got a banner die here for your happy birthday, for your congratulations. We've got a fun hexagon die here. And then we've got these 3 sets of dies right here. I'll leave them on this so you can see. So 3 layering sets. And then we've got these little pieces here that can be put with the dies to make such really gorgeous cuts. We've got the little tulip. We've got the leaves, and then we've even got this one here with like a little drop. So lovely, right? So what I've done is I've taken this small die and I've taken the tulip, right? And I put them together like this. I just want to share how I did this. I've already got it cut, but I want to share with you what I did. So I put it together like that. Then I used a little bit of washi tape to hold them in place because there's nothing any worse than running through your machine and it's shifting, right? So let's just put a little bit of washi, or you could use a Post-it note, but that's just going to hold the dies where they need to be. And I ran it through some white cardstock, and this is what I got, like this. So the little tulip up in the top. Isn't that stunning? I love it. Then what I did is I took the bigger layer and I ran it through the soft succulent shimmer, the fine shimmer, and I got myself a nice little background. So that's how I did that. So just going to put these back into my case here. I like to keep my dies with my stamps. So there we go. Got that back in there. Let's do some stamping. So on my inside of my card, I'm going to stamp. Let's do the inside first because then I can shut my card. This is like you have to tie it up. The card has ribbon, so I want to do the inside first. So, hi, Kathy. No worries about being late. The replay will still always be here. I'm going to make a birthday card. So I'm going to use happy birthday. And I don't know if you're like me, but sometimes with skinny little stamps like this, I cannot, for the life of me, stamp them straight. So in comes my Stamparatus. Now I've got my Stamparatus already loaded up, so you don't have to watch me, but I've got it loaded up with a happy birthday in place here. On my grid paper, I've got a little corner marked off where I'm going to put my cardstock. So here's my piece for the inside of the card. It's a skinny piece because it has a bit of a narrow panel, but still big enough to stamp our greeting and to write our message. So we're just going to put this onto my Stamparatus, hold it down with that magnet, and then I'm going to bring in my Memento ink, and we're going to stamp this with Memento. So we're going to do happy birthday on the inside, stamp that, ink that up, and then we press evenly and got that happy birthday. Yep, that's pretty dark. If it wasn't dark or only half of it stamped, that's the beauty of the Stamparatus. I can ink this up again and do it again, but I'm happy with that. So we'll move that off to the side. Now I've got another piece of basic white. Now this one's going to be for the front of my card, and this measures 2 5/8 by 4 inches. So we're going to put that right in that same spot, lining it up with that little corner. And then I'm going to flip over my, this is the best part of the Stamparatus. You get 2 of these plates, one at the top, one at the side, and you can just turn it around. See, I've got the happy birthdays on the back. I'm going to leave it there. Now I'm going to use this side. And I've got this lined up to do grateful for the everyday magic of you. So that's going to get stamped down the bottom. So I think I'm going to move my magnet up here just so it doesn't interfere with my stamp. Okay, so let's bring in my Memento black. Going to ink that up. And we're going to stamp that right down on the bottom. Make sure that your paper stays in place, didn't shift, because this stamp just fits on this piece. So we're just going to stamp that. Take a peek. Yep, it's pretty dark, but we can make it a little darker. Let's try again. So I'm just going to add a little bit more ink and then stamp it down. There we go. Ah, and I got an edge. Okay, real life crafting. I don't like that edge. So guess what? I'm going to flip it over. You get 2 chances with a piece of cardstock, right? Let's flip this over. I think I pressed too hard and I got a bit of edge on my stamp. So what happened was there's a little bit of black Memento ink on the edge of my stamp. So no big deal. I'm going to bring in, you could use your chamois or you can use a baby wipe. I like to use a baby wipe. I'm just going to wipe that up. You know, I'm putting all this work into a fun fold card. It has to not have any kind of edges, right? I don't like that. So let's try one more time. And we'll just tap, tap, tap. Try not to rock your ink pad so you don't get those edges. And they need to trim. If you got excess red rubber, you can use a sharp pair of scissors and trim it off. Heavens, and I put my magnet down bottom again. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, so we're gonna stamp and, whew, okay, we're going with it. I love it. It's good. It's good. Okay, so let's move my Stamparatus off to the side. Okay, so this is the front of my card. I want to add a little bit of color to the edges. You could use your blending brush. I'm going to use a sponge today. So I have Pool Party. We're going to use some Pool Party. And I've got a bit of you can use any kind of sponge that you have at home. The Stampin' Up! Used to sell these sponges, and I still have them in my collection. So I'm just going to use my one that I've got a little piece of cardstock on here, and I've got Pool Party written on it, just so that I know this is my Pool Party sponge. So I'm just going to take it and just dip into the ink pad. I'm just scraping the edges and getting a little bit of that Pool Party ink on there. And this sponge is old, and I can see there's little fibers falling out on my desk, but that's okay. That's okay. I'll just swipe that off. No big deal, but it does soften up the edges really nicely. So if I did that to the front, let's quickly add some Pool Party color to the inside too, so that everything coordinates, right? All right. What are your guys' plans for this weekend? Do you have stamping on the agenda? I hope you get some time to do something fun. Maybe you're scrapbooking. Maybe you're making cards. Maybe you're making Valentine's treats. Yeah, that would be a common thing to be doing this weekend. The Super Bowl's on Sunday. Oh my goodness. Or maybe you're planning to come and visit me on my Zoom call tonight. Or I'm also doing one on Sunday night too at 6. So if you can't make today at 4, if you're at work or whatever, you can come by Sunday at 6. We're going to do another one. I say we because there's a bunch of us coming to this meeting. And we're going to chat, talk about the starter kit, and share all the amazingness of our team with you guys. Okay, so see what I mean about the glue? I just had it flowing, right? You saw me. And then you put the cap on, and then the glue gets it a little it gets a little lazy. It gets a little lazy sometimes. I'm going to call it lazy. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so we're going to put the glue just on the inside. I'm going to do dimensionals on the front. So this is going right. Oh no, see that? It was upside down. Yeah, it's going right in here upside down. Yep, yep. Okay, so there we go. Got that on there. Let's close it up. It's ready for my greeting for me to sign. Now let's close that up. And we're going to bring in some of the beautiful ribbon that is included in this suite. And here it is. Had something put on top of it. Okay, so the ribbon, I'm going to measure the length of my grid paper, which is about 16 inches, maybe 17, you know, a little bit longer. And I'm going to take that. I'm going to put a little bit of tear and tape on the front of my card, just to kind of anchor it down, just to have it in place. The sample I just showed you had it anchored down at the back, but that was, in hindsight, that's a bad idea, because you want this card to be able to be opened properly. So if you anchor it down at the back, it's going to be restricted. So don't anchor it down at the back. Don't do what I did. Okay, so I'm going to take the ribbon, come around and even it up here. And then in the center, just watching my ends here, evening it up. And then I'm just going to press that down onto my tear and tape. Hold that in place. And then we're just going to tie a little bow on the other, on the edge over here. So just a little loose bow, because you want your recipient to be able to open it easily. So I'm just going to tie a little bow. I'm not going to tie it tight or anything, just enough to anchor it. If I can, because, you know, when you're on live, sometimes things just do not want to work. Fingers don't want to work. Ribbon doesn't want to work. But you just laugh and you just keep on going. It's not the end of the world if your ribbon doesn't tie right? Yeah. Okay, so let's just tighten this. Yeah, that one doesn't want to go right. Okay, let's try one more time. Maybe make my loops a little bit smaller. Okay, so it does help to have it anchored just a tad. Tie your knot first. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're going over here, right on the edge, and then we're going to tie a little bow. You could give yourself a little bit more ribbon if you wanted to. I did about 17 inches. You could do more. There. No, not quite. Okay, I'm just going to leave it like that. You guys get the gist. It's closed. Okay, so we're going to take this and I'll tie it better later. We're going to flip it over and we're going to add dimensionals. All right, so covering up my boo-boo, because, you know, you get two sides to a piece of cardstock. Don't waste it, right? You can always flip it over and try again on the other side. And when you use the Stamparatus and you use it properly and you don't press too hard, you won't have this problem. Okay, so we're going to put this right over top of my ribbon. That's going to anchor my ribbon in place, just like that. There we go. I'm just going to do this. I'm just going to do a little loose knot because the bow didn't want to work. Just a loose knot like that, and I'll leave it long. Okay, so for the center, we're going to bring in, we've got our soft succulent background. We've got this piece here, and I've got my silicone mat, so hopefully you can see what I'm doing. On here, I've got my leaves from the Two Tone Florist stamp set. I've got the small leaves. I've got my Pool Party ink, and I'm going to stamp these leaves, 2 of them. I'm going to do one going, I'm going to stamp the stamp that way and stamp one going off the edge that way. And I didn't cut out my base. I like to cut out the frame of my flowers. Let me just cut this one here. And then you can stamp first and then cut, but I don't know. Photopolymer, I seem to be favoring doing the cutting out of the die cut first and then stamping. Especially if it's an outline like that, you can do 2 at a time too, and you can get away with it. The other thing I want to do is I have a little tiny piece of Calypso Coral, and I'm going to bring back those dies and the little tulip that cuts out that little tulip shape. I'm going to put that onto a little tiny scrap of Calypso Coral, and we're going to get that tulip. Okay, so let's run that through so I can get my tulip. So I can fill this in. Because we can't have a green flower. We can have green leaves, but we can't have a green flower. So I just need the tulip. There we go. Okay, I'm going to put this little die back because I'll be really sad if I lose that one. All right, back in the case. Okay, so let's finish this off. Okay, so we've got our die cut. Got our little tulip here. And we're going to bring in Calypso Coral. So the stamp that I'm going to use on this piece is this one, the one I haven't used at all this week. This one right here, the cluster of flowers, and then there's the little accent. Last night when I was watching Christine's class, one of the people that was participating suggested doing the outline first, and then it's easier to stamp the shadow, if you will, or the background over top. So I'm going to try that. We've got our outline here, which kind of looks like little fireworks. We're going to stamp that first. And let's see. We'll see. So that's straight color. And then this is going to be, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to line this up over top. And the center of the flowers, the little dots, I'm going to line those up with the dots on these stamps. But I want to do second generation, so I'm going to bring in a little bit of scrap grid paper. I'm going to tap, 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 and then stamp. And then I'm going to hover over top of this, lining up those dots right in the centers of the flowers. And let's see. Oh my gosh, it's perfect. Look at that. I love it. Okay, so that's going to go right on there with, let's see, a single dimensional in the middle. Okay, so we got our leaves in the background. We've got our flowers. We're just going to center that right there. And then I'm going to bring in my background here. So we're going to glue this onto this fine shimmer background. Oh, I can't get enough of that fine shimmer paper. Love, love, love it. Okay, so let's add a little bit of glue to this tag. And we'll put it right on top of the shimmer, like so. And then you see why I did the little Calypso Coral, because I don't want a green flower. I want a Calypso Coral flower. So I'm putting a little dab of glue right there. And I'm going to grab my Take Your Pick tool, the putty end. I need to get my replacement out because my putty end is just about, you know, I have never replaced the putty end, and I use my Take Your Pick tool. You guys see me, I use it just about every single day. So there, pick up the flower. It just adds a nice pop of color, doesn't it? I just love it. Okay, let's straighten that up a little bit. Get a little bit of wiggle room with that glue. There we go. Okay, so flip this over, and I'm going to add some glue. I think there was some ink on my silicone mat. Okay, whew. Don't want that on my project. All right, then this is going to go right in the center of my front focal point, like that. And last but not least, we've used everything in the suite, you guys. We've used the greetings, we've used the flowers, we've used the DSP, we've used the ribbon. Well, we cannot miss the bling that comes in this suite. Iridescent pastel gems. Oh my gosh, look how pretty these are, and they are so shiny. So we're going to use the blue, and I'm going to grab a big one. I'm just going to put a big one down the bottom here, and then I'm going to do a smaller one right here and another one up here. There we go. You can also bring in Wink of Stella if you want more bling. You can add some Wink of Stella to your flowers. That always looks nice to add Stella. This is a must-have in your collection, a Wink of Stella pen. I thought about adding gems to the centers of the flowers, but I didn't want to take away from the beautiful stamping, you know, the way that they go together. So there's a different color. Sorry, I'm getting flashes on my screen, messages. This one here, and that's Pool Party. And then I have this one that I did earlier with the Calypso Coral cardstock and still some Pool Party. But you could totally change up the color scheme depending on which piece of paper, designer series paper, you pull out of this, right? Look, I see Fresh Freesia in here. I see Starry Sky. There's some yellows. There's soft seafoam. Any combination will work, right? Thank you so much, you guys, for your comments. I'm so happy that you like this one. I am definitely going to be making more of this one. And I just love it. It will stand like this. It will stand and, you know, and then the recipient can tie it up again. So don't put your glue on the back because that's what I did with this one. And then it'll catch. See that? If you put glue on the back, it won't be as freestanding. So I'm just going to use my adhesive remover and take that little bit of glue off. So don't do what I did. Don't put glue on the back. All right. Thank you so much. I'm just going to flip you back around, everyone. I'm going to go back and read your comments. I may have missed some when I was looking down at my work surface. But thank you all for being here. Yes, you got to try it. It's such an easy fold. And it's a great way to show off your designer series paper. I love all the panels, right? Because when we use designer series paper, like you just got to love it, chop it, like my friend Kylie says. You just got to chop it and use it and show all of the different shades of the paper. And this one's great because the DSP has different pattern all the way through it. So you can get to see like different parts of it. Thank you so much. Yes, very springy colors. Yes, it's coming. I know we're still in February, but spring is coming. So you want to get these products and be prepared. Thank you, everyone. Don't forget about my Zoom call today at 4. If you're from Canada and you want more information about joining my team, it's a free Zoom. It's just basically information. There's no strings attached. You do not have to join my team. You can come by, ask me anything. Seriously, I will answer all of your questions about Stampin' Up! And if I don't have the answer, I will find the answer for you. So I hope you'll join me. And if you don't join me, you can join me on Sunday. And if I don't see you either today or Sunday, I will see you Monday morning at 9:30 Mountain Standard Time for another fun card share. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.